Hello all, good evening, welcome to my channel. So here today we are going to discuss about DTMF controlled robot. Okay, so I'm going to show a Proteus simulation for the same, how it is going to look like and how it's going to work. So you can take a look at the block diagram first, like how is the connections and things related to that, what are the peripherals that is being used. The block diagram consists of a microcontroller. The microcontroller what I'm going to use is PIC 16F887A. It's a 28-pin IC. And we have a DTMF decoder HT9170 which decodes and sends the data as a binary to the PIC microcontroller. And the received data is processed and decision is made, and accordingly instruction is sent to L293D to rotate the motors accordingly. So this is the block diagram of this project. Okay, what kind of robot are we going to consider here? Here, my robot basically contains couple of motors. One is to the left and one is to the right. You can see this, and you will have a ball bearing in the middle. So if at all I have to make it rotate in the forward direction, you need to control both the motors to rotate in the clockwise. If you want to stop it, stop. So apply 0 on either side so that it stops. You want to move it in the reverse way, make it rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. If you want to rotate it to the left or to the right, let's say you want to rotate it to the left. So you keep that right, this one, the one which is on your left as stationed, and rotate this so that the chassis has a ball bearing which moves on to the left. Similarly, if you want to rotate onto the right, keep that wheel as stationed. So apply 0 here and apply forward here so that it rotates onto your right. Similarly, if you want to take it in the reverse left or reverse right, you keep one as station, the other one as reverse so that it takes a reverse. Okay, this is how we are going to control the robot. Now let's get into that. How do we'll look into the simulation of this particular project. Hello all. So today I'm going to demonstrate a Proteus software. I have a code written for DTMF controlled robotic car. So what is the application of this project when we discuss about that? Yes, so using a DTMF we would be able to control the robotic car. So when I talk about robotic car, the major thing is about the motors, the control of the motors. So here we are considering that the robotic chassis has a couple of motors. One is the left and one is onto the right. So these two motors cannot be driven directly by the microcontroller pin because the current and the voltage that comes out of the microcontroller pin is very limited, which cannot drive the motor. Hence, we need a motor driver. So L293D is a H-bridge motor driver, which I have been using it here now. So I mentioned it L293D. So what is this L293D does is like you will have a power supply for that. Say for instance, like you can give this VSS as 12 volt, and I have grounded that. Then I have two controls. I mean, you can control couple of motors with this L293D. So you can see out 1 and 2, which has couple of pins that is connected to a motor. Similarly, 3 and 4, which is connected to the second motor. So how do we control this motor is using the IN1 and IN2 and enable pin. Enable pin should be high if you want to send any data to the motor in order to rotate it clockwise or anti-clockwise, or you want to stop it. So these informations is fed through this I1 and I2, and enable pin should be high whenever you want to send some data. Okay, so so I already have an hex file. The first thing is like you need to load the hex file in order to make it work. So what you could do is like double click on this. You can see this under program file. You can select where is your hex file. Okay, so this is my hex file, DTMF robot. So I'm just selecting that particular hex file and clicking OK. Now it means that we have flashed the program into the microcontroller. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate you what is the values for that. Okay, we'll look into that now. We have loaded the hex file. So We have loaded the hex file into the microcontroller. We have flashed it. So now we'll start the Proteus simulation. You can see a play button. So this is where, like, how do you run a simulation? So once you run the simulation, initially we have set it up to rotate forward direction and then stop. So this I've just given initially as an initial setting to check this. Now you can see this is stopped now. Now we can give the data. So I have this switch here, I'm using it. Basically, we'll have a DTMF. So DTMF will basically send you those signals. The signals value by giving the values to this, you can actually control the robot. Okay. If I have to make it rotate, or let's say I want to take the robot in the forward direction, then I have coded it as 1010. If you can see this switch, you have off state here and this is on state if I slide it to the right. Okay, so 1, this is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. This is what I'm passing. Now you can see the motor is rotating in the forward direction. You can see both are rotating in the same direction. That means it is moving forward. Okay, so left motor and right motor both are rotating in the same direction. Okay, now I'll stop it. So stop is 0, 0, 0, 0. When I do 0, 0, 0, 0, you can see the motor is stopped. Okay, so let's say now I want to get it in the reverse order. So what you got to do is the value for that is 0, 1 and 0, 1. This is the value I'm sending. Now you can see both the motor is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. Now the robot is coming in the reverse way. Okay, I'll stop it now. We can see in some time I've given a delay. So after that particular time, you can see both the motor is stopped. Okay, now we have seen forward, reverse, stop. So let's say now I want to turn it to right or left. So 1, 0, 0, 0. When you do that, you can see one motor will be stopped, the other motor will be rotating. That means the right side motor is stopped and the left side motor is rotating. So what basically happens is the robot will turn towards right. Okay, right is stationary and left is rotating. So the motor chassis will move to the right. Okay, so I'll stop it now. So you can see this stopped. Okay, so now I'll rotate to the left. So what should happen if I have to rotate to the left? The left motor has to be stationary and the right motor has to move. Okay, in the forward direction. So once I've given this, then you can see that the left motor is stationed and right motor is rotating. So this is how this particular code is being done. And thank you for watching. If you have any queries, you can post it. I can reply to you. Thank you.